Hello guys, in this section I will cover the thread deadlock thread coding exercise. I will first begin by explaining what a deadlock is. A deadlock occurs when a thread is waiting for an object lock that is held by the second thread, and the second thread is waiting for a lock that is held by the first thread. Here we have our thread 1. This thread is executing a synchronous block on the object log 01, which at the same time is about to execute the synchronous block that's within, which has the object log 02. Now we have our thread 2, which is now running in the second synchronous block, which has the object log 02. Let's go back to thread 1. Thread 1 wants to execute the synchronous block, which has the object log 02, but it can't execute it since this log is already taken by thread 2. Now thread 2 wants to execute the synchronous block which has the object log 01, but it can't execute it since this log is already taken by thread 1. So these two threads are both mutually waiting for the logs to be released, but these logs will be locked forever, and this is what a deadlock is. Let's bring this explanation to code. We will initialize 10 threads, and we will do it in two ways. The first way will be pretty straightforward. In this way, we create a for loop that will iterate 10 times. In this 10 times, we create a new thread instance where we pass the runnable object as first argument and the thread name as second argument, followed by the start method where we immediately initialize the threads that we are creating. We run it and we have our 10 threads. In the second way, we will put these thread objects into an array and then iterate through them so that you run them. We create an array of threads and we assign it a size which will be 10. For each index of this array, we assign a new thread object. Now let's create an enhanced for loop in order to iterate through this array and start them one by one. We run it and we have the same result as before. After we have created our 10 threads, we modify the run method to that which I showed you in the deadlock explanation. In the first synchronization block, we use the log object 1. And nested, we put a synchronous block which will be log 2. Now we put the second synchronization block within the run method with log object 2. And nested, we put a synchronous block with log 1. We run this, and as it was expected, we had an interruption in the execution of the threads. And we can see in the console the first thread to be running was the first thread 0. In the run method, we see it passed here. And it passed in this nested synchronized block log 02. By the console, we can see that it traveled to the second synchronized block in the run method.